My name is Theodin and Teddicus. I'm a ranger from the Kingdom of Eldenshire. This is the chronicle of my adventure to a new world. It was time to build a small animal farm. I crafted some fence posts and got to work. All I needed was something small that I could keep several animals in. I wasn't going for extravagant, and the simple design seemed to work quite well. It was time to create more compost. I gathered a lot of grass and plants from the surrounding area. Luckily, this land looks very fertile. If I used the compost on the ground as well, life should spring forth effortlessly here too. The flowers here are very unique as well, which is a good thing. The princess really likes flowers. For sure, I will bring the princess here, even if I had to sneak her out of the palace. Just like when we went to the marketplace among the common man, as she jokingly referred to them as. She was always very aware of how ridiculous some of the rules were, and she always joked about her royalty. Then it was time for the not-so-pretty job. But hey, if you need more animals, there's only one way to get them, as my father would say. I had also begun planting all of the oak saplings that I would gather from the trees I would cut down. Deforestation is something I will not stand for. My Uncle Oliver would always claim that he only believed in peace, love, and plants. And while I still want roasted beef more than a normal person would, I stand by that motto, and thus, I replant trees. I went ahead and built a pen for sheep as well, because I will be needing wool. If we're going to live in that mountain with that demanding cold, wool is going to be of the utmost importance. I decided it was time to explore the giant cave system right next to my shelter. I was sure to find many resources down there, or so I thought. Instead, I found the nightmares. Plenty of nightmares. Then it was time to travel. I needed to find this village so I could begin to forge alliances and further the influence of the kingdom. So I traveled with hardly anything on my person, but I made sure to keep torches on me so I could find my way back. I must say, I am feeling better now that I'm out of the cold. Now that I've reached the end of my torch count, I decided to take some of these beautiful flowers back with me. I can easily farm those and use them for compost as well as decoration. Maybe I could make a secret garden. One with flowers and stone paths and maybe even a small pond. I know she would love that. This place truly is magic. When I returned, I planted the flowers that I'd found and began to farm them. The more compost, the better. This is where I differ from my Uncle Oliver. I need food, and beef happens to be my favorite. And with enough farming, I should be able to keep it a lot warmer in the mountains. At least I hope. Hope seems to fade in those long winter nights. Is this really a good place to bring a king? Altogether, I accomplished much more in this entry than the last, even. The promise of life that I'm seeing in this area outweighs the mountains. I know, however, what the king wants. Someday I will have a say in the matter. This is the end of this entry.